Are our prayers trivial to God? Does God treat our prayers as pleasant incense? If God considered the anointing of the priests to be sacred, how do we treat the spiritual leaders in our churches? Let's consider Exodus 30. How was the altar of incense to be constructed for the tabernacle? You're to make an altar for the burning of incense. Make it of acacia wood. It must be square, 1 cubit, about 18 inches long, and 1 cubit, about 18 inches wide. It must be 2 cubits, or about 36 inches high. Its horns must be of 1 piece. Overlay its top, all around its sides, and its horns with pure gold. Make a gold molding all around it. Make 2 gold rings for it, under the molding on 2 of its sides. Put these on opposite sides of it to be holders for the poles to carry it with. Make the poles of acacia wood, and overlay them with gold. Are our prayers silly and trivial, or like incense to God in heaven? Now when he'd taken the scroll, the 4 living creatures and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, each having a harp and golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of the saints. Where was the altar of incense to be placed in the tabernacle? You're to put the altar in front of the curtain that's over the Ark of the Testimony, in front of the mercy seat that's over the testimony, where I'll meet with you. Aaron is to offer fragrant incense on it. Every morning when he trims the lamps, he's to offer it. And when Aaron sets up the lamps at twilight, he's to offer it as a continual incense offering in the Lord's presence throughout your generations. You're not to offer strange incense, a burnt offering or a grain offering on it, nor are you to pour out a libation on it. Each year Aaron's to make atonement on its horns with the blood of the sin offering of atonement. He's to make atonement on it each year throughout your generations. It's most holy to the Lord. Were the people to be assessed for a special offering? And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, When you take the sum of the children of Israel after their number, then shall they give every man a ransom for his soul to the Lord, when you number them, that there be no plague among them, when you number them. This they shall give, every one that passes among them that are numbered, half a shekel after the shekel of the sanctuary. A shekel is 20 gerahs. A half shekel shall be the offering of the Lord. What was the age from which this perhaps $50 assessment was made? Everyone who's numbered from 20 years old and over shall give the contribution to Yahweh. The rich shall not pay more, and the poor shall not pay less than the half shekel when you give the contribution to Yahweh to make atonement for your souls. And you shall take the atonement money from the sons of Israel, and shall give it for the service of the tent of meeting, that it may be a remembrance for the sons of Israel before Yahweh, to make atonement for your souls. What were the details regarding a basin, and what was it used for? Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, You shall also make a basin of bronze, with its base of bronze, for washing, and you shall put it between the tent of meeting and the altar, and you shall put water in it. Aaron and his sons shall wash their hands and their feet from it. When they enter the tent of meeting, they shall wash with water, so that they don't die. Or when they approach the altar to minister, by offering up in smoke a fire sacrifice to the Lord. So they shall wash their hands and their feet, so that they don't die. And it shall be a permanent statute for them, for Aaron and his descendants throughout their generations. Are we in the church also washed in a spiritual manner? So is regular reading of our Bibles important? That he may sanctify and cleanse her with the washing of water by the word, that he might present her to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that she should be holy and without blemish. What was the sacred blend for the holy anointing oil? Then the Lord said to Moses, "Take the following spices: 500 shekels of liquid myrrh, half as much, that is 250 shekels, of fragrant cinnamon, 250 shekels of fragrant calamus, 500 shekels of cassia, all according to the sanctuary shekel, and a hin of olive oil. Make these into a sacred anointing oil, a fragrant blend, the work of a perfumer. It'll be the sacred anointing oil." What sacred duties was the holy anointing oil to be used for? Use this sacred oil to anoint the tabernacle, the Ark of the Covenant, the table and all its utensils, the lampstand and all its accessories, the incense altar, the altar of burnt offering and its utensils, and the wash basin with its stand. Consecrate them to make them absolutely holy. After this, whatever touches them will also become holy. What people were to be anointed with the holy anointing oil? Was anyone allowed to make a copy of it? You shall anoint Aaron and his sons and sanctify them, that they may minister to me in the priest's office. You shall speak to the children of Israel, saying, "This shall be a holy anointing oil to me throughout your generations. It shall not be poured on man's flesh, and do not make any like it according to its composition. It's holy. It shall be holy to you. Whoever compounds any like it, or whoever puts any of it on a stranger, he shall be cut off from his people." What was the sacred blend for the incense to be made from? The Lord said to Moses, "Take an equal amount of each of these spices: gum resin, onycha, galbanum, and pure frankincense. Like a skilled perfume maker, carefully blend them together and make incense, seasoned with salt, pure and holy. Beat some of it into a fine powder, and put part of it in front of the covenant document, in the meeting tent where I'll meet with you." How was this formula to be treated? What was to happen to those who made the blend for personal use? Be sure to treat this incense as something very holy. It's truly holy because it's dedicated to me, so don't ever make any for yourselves. If you ever make any of it to use as perfume, you'll no longer belong to my people. Are our prayers trivial to God? Does God treat our prayers as pleasant incense? If God considered the anointing of the priests to be sacred, how do we treat the spiritual leaders in our churches? You decide.